Today we're going to be fixing some broken welds on this camper bumper. Roll the intro. So a customer brought this to me saying that he put too much weight on this luggage rack here and it ended up busting the welds on the bumper right in here. The first thing I'm gonna do is get a jack over here and see if we can't close that gap. And then I think I'm gonna TIG weld it because I don't wanna risk like shooting sparks on the side of the camper, and it's a little tight in there, so it'll be hard to get, you know, a MIG whip in there. So we're just gonna TIG weld it. With that jack in there, it looks like we closed that gap. I'm going to take a little belt sander and grind down the top of that weld a little bit so that we can put a good weld in there. I'm just going to take this grinder disc right up to the edge and grind that old weld down. That's going to be a tricky one to fix. I can't really see what I'm inside there. So there have been some slight changes in the plan. The only way I think I'm going to be able to weld this right is to do it from underneath here and stick weld it, because I can't fit anything else in there. Now this is where the repair starts to go wrong. Oh man, that's not good. This is turning into a freaking disaster. Well guys, sometimes you just have to learn lessons the hard way, and unfortunately today is one of those days. This right here is one of the sewer tubes for the camper, and as I was welding it, it actually caught this on fire here, which it really sucks. But you know, it's a part of being young and learning. I already bought a new hose for him, so he'll be set straight. I'm glad I was able to find that just off the shelf. And now back to actually welding the thing. Earlier today, I can show you, we got certainly not my most proud welds in there. You can't even really see it. It's so hard to get anything in there. But I'm doing my best. I had to stick weld it with some 6013, but I'm going to put some gussets on the bottom, and that's going to help out with the strength of that. So I'm going to cut those out, and I'm going to weld those on now. Okay. All right. Come on now, baby. There's what that gusset looks like up underneath there. I mean, those welds certainly aren't anything to write home about, but they're gonna hold. That's a piece of 1/8 inch thick steel there, and this tubing is really only about maybe 14 gauge. The rain's starting to come down. I gotta finish this thing fast. Whenever I'm finishing up a job, if something was painted before, I always like to try and paint it back to the color that it was. Obviously it's not going to be a perfect match, but it'll sure look a lot better than bare metal. Well guys, that's going to about do it for this job. You know, it didn't go according to plan really at all along any step of the way. And burning a hole in that hose definitely was not on the agenda today. Obviously I'm going to let them know exactly what happened, and that it was my fault, and that there were things that I could have done differently there. Thanks, guys.